There is a tiny creature living on your pillow right now. It has been there for weeks. It will probably outlive your next 3 pets. And it is not even trying. It is just sitting there doing almost nothing. And somehow that is the secret. Because when you actually look at which living things survive the longest on this planet, the answer makes no sense at all. The biggest, the strongest, the most powerful, they are not at the top of the list. The things that live the longest are the ones that figured out how to slow everything down. Let us start with you. The average human lives around 79 years. That feels like a long time when you are young. But in the grand timeline of living things on this planet, you are basically a mayfly. Some trees alive right now were already old when the Roman Empire fell. There is a bristlecone pine in California that has been standing for over 5,000 years. It was already ancient when the pyramids were being built, and it is still there right now, just standing, barely growing, taking everything slow. That is the first clue. The longer something lives, the slower it tends to operate. Slow heartbeat, slow metabolism, slow growth, slow everything. Your heart beats around 70 times a minute. A hummingbird's heart beats over 1,200 times a minute. And a hummingbird lives maybe 5 years. A Greenland shark, its heart beats so slowly, scientists struggled to measure it. And that shark, it does not reach adulthood until it is around 150 years old. It can live to be 500 years old. That means there are Greenland sharks swimming in the ocean right now that were alive during the Renaissance. Sharks that were already middle-aged when Shakespeare was writing his plays. Think about that for a second. But here is where it gets really strange, because the record for longest living animal is not the shark. It is not a tortoise. It is not even a whale. The longest living animal ever recorded was a clam, a specific ocean quahog clam that scientists found off the coast of Iceland. They named it Ming, after the Chinese dynasty that was ruling when it was born. And when they counted the rings on its shell, the way you count rings on a tree, they found it was 507 years old when they found it. 507 years old. A clam just sitting on the ocean floor, filtering water, doing absolutely nothing dramatic for 5 centuries. And then there are the things that seem to break the rules of death entirely. There is a jellyfish called Turritopsis dohrnii. Scientists call it the immortal jellyfish because when it gets old or sick or injured, it does not die. It reverses, it goes back to its earliest form and starts its entire life cycle again. Biologically, it can do this indefinitely. It is the only known animal on Earth that can essentially reset itself. Actual biological immortality in something the size of your fingernail. Now, here is the question your brain is probably already asking. What does any of this have to do with me? More than you think. The science of longevity is not really about species. It is about pace. Every living thing seems to have a fixed number of heartbeats, a fixed amount of energy to spend, and the ones that spend it slowly, carefully, quietly, they last the longest. And when researchers look at the longest living human populations on the planet, the people in Sardinia, in Okinawa, in the blue zones, the pattern that shows up is not a miracle diet or a special gene. It is pace of life. It is purpose. It is the absence of chronic urgency. These people are not rushing. They are not optimizing every hour. They are moving slowly, eating simply, resting deeply, connecting with people they actually care about. For thousands of years, humans believed survival belonged to the strongest, but nature has been whispering the opposite all along. The Greenland shark does not hustle. The bristlecone pine does not grind. The immortal jellyfish does not chase anything. And maybe that is the most uncomfortable thing this research quietly suggests, that the way most of us are living, the speed, the stress, the constant urgency is not the path to a long life. It is the path away from one. You are not a hummingbird. You do not have to operate at that frequency. The longest living things on this planet are the ones that learned something most humans never do, that slowing down is not falling behind. It is actually how you last. Maybe nature never rewarded the fastest. Maybe it always rewarded the ones who knew when to slow down.